Huh? Yes, no, maybe. Bring it on. Yes, no, maybe. Bring it on. Yes, no, maybe. There ain't nobody going to show up today, Calvin. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Oyster. I almost forgot. Welcome to the Happy Oyster Show. And I'm your host, Bart Burke. Boy, what a crazy week it has been again. Welcome, 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 Soundtrack. What's going on? The week has been a little kooky. Now, I got a fan running in here. If it's too much sound, let me know. Let me know now, please. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope, maybe. Turn that on. Okay, good. So, yeah, we have a little fan going because I think we're going to be doing a little glass work. So please give me a little action here. Give me a little something. Tell me what's going on. If the sound is good, if the sound is bad. Oh, look at that. Look at who's coming in the back door. Look at that. Almost on cue. They were asking if buddies were going to come in today, Fred. Oh, yeah. Buddies were going to come. So buddies are here. We got Freddie in the house. He's a little wet. Look, Fred. What's happening? Oh, we got the dog in the house.
Bullshit.
What's that, the weather?
Yeah.
We got Wiggy in the house. Wiggy. Ah.
Oh.
Shut. All right.
Nasty.
Nasty.
Yeah.
So, what else is new, Fred?
7-Eleven coffee was cold this morning. I had to pour it in a cup and put it in the microwave.
What do you mean? At the actual 7-Eleven?
Yeah. Because they got bad. They're complaining about the Guatemalans.
What?
They're not doing their job with the coffee pots.
Oh.
They fill them up
at 6 o'clock in the morning and let them sit there.
And then let them sit there, and then when they're still full and cold, and you walk in at 10 o'clock.
That's not a good image to keep, is it now?
Well, guess what? Joe was there, and I had a nice conversation with him.
Oh, you did you?
Yeah.
Oh, Freddie played rat.
And if you take the Yeti and you wash it out in the sink and you put the hot water in it, you let this thing sit for a couple of minutes, and then you put your coffee in it, it'll be hot at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
So if you preheat your cup.
But when the coffee's cold,
all right, I got a story to tell you. I got a story to tell you about it being too damn hot. Okay.
You're done.
Now I don't usually use that 7-Eleven over there. I go to the other one in town. I've always been gone to that one for a while.
Marianne.
Yeah.
The worst.
Whatever you want. I love everybody. Anyway.
Yeah, but Marianne.
I get home with the thing at 6 o'clock. Well, so what? You get home with the thing at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's so damn hot, I can't drink it. I'm sitting there at the computer, and I'm falling asleep because I haven't had my coffee because I can't get a lips around it. So I'm thinking about buying a 12-ounce just to get down the hatch, or maybe I should. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's a problem, isn't it? Oh, boy, we got problems.
It only took Bart a year to come over to the Yeti.
It did take me a year to come to the Yeti, but I'm still not totally convinced about the Yeti because of the fact that I'm falling asleep before I can get my coffee intake because it's too beeping hot.
Drop an ice cube in it.
Yeah, and then I won't be able. I don't know. It's a catch-22, man.
Hey, you can't win no matter what.
But I'll be honest with you. 30 ounces of coffee for $1.29 from the 7-Eleven is a bargain and a half. It's cheaper than making it yourself.
That's right. And in the long run, you save big time.
So 7-Eleven, hats off to you guys.
Right.
You're today's sponsor. What the hell?
No matter what.
Whether or not your Guatemalan coffee is cold.
Even if your help sucks.
All right. So moving on. Updates on what's going on. What's going on? You got to dot that I and you got to cross that T. What's going on? Greetings from Finland. Finland, my Helsinki. Nice. Bring it on home. Can we see you do glass work? Yeah, we're going to fiberglass the top of that lid right over there in a little bit. It's on the table here. I got all my little mixing jars out. I bet you guys thought I was talking about glass like as in blowing glass like I was up. No, glass as in fiberglass. So we're going to get to that in a minute. I got a couple of things I got to share with you, a couple of updates. We have heard from the almighty Army Corps of Engineers, and things are good. Things are great. We have to dot our I's and cross our T's a little bit, but it's not bad. It's not out of the realm. They asked a couple of detailed stuff that I must have left out. Again, it's all good. They asked some details about my anchors and the anchor system that we're going to be using on our site. I happen to have my whole file right here, for which I will gladly, once we get approved and everything, I will gladly share my whole application with anybody that would like to become an oyster farmer. I have got no problems at all. We can maybe standardize this whole thing, get the process moving a little bit faster, blah, 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 if we have a standardized system. If it works, of course, everybody's system might work, but the basic modification of this system, you can modify whatever, okay? I'm willing to share it with anybody and everybody. I'm not saying it's the best out there. I'm not saying it's the worst out there. Whatever it is, I will share it with you totally with no cost, no obligation. There is no proprietary. I am not going to be secret about a thing. Here's my drawings right here. I'll give you the whole shooting match, but I'm not going to do that until after we get approved. Once we get approved, then it's going to be a different story. But anyway, I will share with you my one drawing a little bit. I had this. This is my buoy, and this is my anchor, okay? And I spelled it all out. But what I didn't tell them to spell out, here's cultivation plan of the actual site, is how many trawl lines. I told them how many trawl lines, and I told them, but they did not specifically specify exactly how I'm going to anchor the trawl lines to the bay bottom. That was the crux of it. And hey, I made a mistake. Absolutely. They are correct. There is no place there. There is a couple of spots where you could assume, and of course, when you're an engineer, you never, ever, ever want to assume a thing. Okay, period. So I was remiss. I fucked it up. I screwed it up. And they asked a couple of questions, and one of them was my anchor system. So I've been working this morning on what I'm going to do with it. Each trawl line, no, where is it? Trawl lines will be secured on each end. Now, you have to, when you listen to this, you gotta close your eyes and try to picture this in your mind, because that's the way it really goes down, okay? Oh, Freed's got his, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a little bit. Trawl lines will be secured on each end with an 18-inch square concrete block with 3/8 rebar crisscrossed in the middle, sticking out 18 inches from the corners of the block to act as a grappling hook in case of being dragged. A total of 21 anchor points to secure all trawl lines. 4 additional anchors are going to be used for the 4-corner buoy anchors. I think that's pretty clear on that one. And I did not, does that sound good, Fred? What do you think?
Yeah, it sounds fine.
Okay. So these are some.
How big are the cement blocks?
18 inches square with rebar crisscross.
They're going to be heavy.
They're going to be heavy. They're probably going to be in the neighborhood of, I'm going to guess, in the neighborhood around 200-ish pounds-ish, maybe a little bit more. I think that should be able to handle it, especially if each trawl line is anchored. Whatever the case is, whether it works or whether it doesn't work, that's irregardless. What the situation is that the Army Corps of Engineers has to know what you're going to do. And that's what it is. We're spelling it out, really dotting the I's and crossing the T's.
And what about people who don't use trawls? Well, they don't have any anchors.
Well, they got to have something that's anchoring the thing.
Well, they use an individual cage with a buoy on it.
Okay.
They don't have no anchor on there. The cage is the
anchor. The cage is the anchor.
Well, yeah. So it's not going to go anywhere anyway.
Oh, no.
No.
The only reason we have those trawl lines that are anchored on each end is for inventory purposes, so that the whole we can keep track of everything. And again, inventory management, very, very key in just about any business. Okay, so that takes care of that. What do I got else for you guys? Nor'easter. Yeah, we're having a little nor'easter ourselves. Let me check this over here. Let me look over here. Armies unsure of major riverbanks and shoreline construction projects. Yes, they are. We got Sweden in the house. Nice. Bring it on home. All right, that's cool. I'm good. Everything's good. All right. So Freddie's got something to show us. We're talking about going out dredging for scallops on November the 5th. That's coming up. I think that's
yesterday. I worked on the dredges.
And yesterday he worked on the dredges, and he got himself set up. Put it up there close to the camera right there.
I made all the wooden things.
Hold it still.
I made them all out of oak.
All right, hold it still.
White oak.
So it's a steel cage with a drag line behind it, and okay, that's good.
I want to have a better picture.
Maybe he's got a better picture. There's all the dredges that we're gonna, and you line these things up like little soldiers behind the boat, and you drag them along, and then you drag them out of the drink, throw them on the cold board, sift through this good stuff, and throw the other stuff overboard, and then keep on doing it, and you do it all day long until you hit your limit of 20 bushels per boat. So we're going to go out there and try our action, and it's also going to give us a chance to see what's going on at our site and around our area, because I'm sure we'll be kicking around the Peconic somewhere, and we'll be able to see what's going on. If nothing else, we'll definitely go over and check out our site, and maybe even possibly.
When he found it, how come it's not hibernated yet?
I don't know. When he found himself a turtle?
Yeah.
Big one.
Yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, but you would think when the temperature's starting to drop that he would be hibernating. And the other thing that was weird about him is, see the separation on the shell?
Yeah.
Maybe he's old and he's getting ready to croak.
True.
He might be 100 years old. Who knows?
That is true.
Yeah. Because I really never saw one that was separated like that on the edges, the seams of the.
So the skin's getting all wrinkly and whatnot. I don't know. They don't shed those things. They just keep growing like a clamshell.
Yeah, no, they don't shed.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Luke. Good morning, Soundtrack. Good morning, Calvin. Alan C's in the house. What's going on? Dave Farb. Coincidence, suspect custody, and no 10 speed. Oh, stop. No, we got a northeaster going on here. Yep. I knew they'd catch that bomber guy. It's about damn time.
And I'm going to.
It went 1, 2, 3. Where are you going?
I'm going to work on a flathead in Southampton.
Oh, you just stopped by?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. What the hell?
Grinding the valves in a flathead.
Whose shop is that?
That's the guy where the car is.
Is your tool?
Yeah, 100-year-old machine.
Let me see that regularly without going through that one. Oh, he's got a nice looking shop.
Yep. Got a lift.
This guy's got bucks.
Yep.
Smoothing that thing out.
Grinding his valve seats.
And what's this engine to, Fred?
It's a flathead engine that I'll show you the car. Maybe.
It's a good day to go do that crap.
Yeah, well, that's why. There's the engine. With the heads and the intake off.
No. Nice.
And there's the car it's going in.
Nice.
We're pulling out the Chevy and putting the flathead back in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hold it still. Back it up a little. There you go.
34 Ford Hot Rod.
Nice.
Gotta love it.
All right. So you got an action-packed day ahead of you.
Yeah, there's the dredges. Somebody's dredges at that welding place.
Oh, yeah.
That they couldn't work on themselves.
They didn't fix their own dredges.
No.
What's up with that? How can you be a fisherman without fixing your own shit?
There's some
brand new ones.
Brand new ones.
Brand new.
Brand new. They didn't look too bad either.
How much they get for those? Did you ask?
Brand new. I didn't ask, but I would say $250 a piece.
And you need 3. I need 4 on each side.
Yeah, minimum.
So we'll have some pictures of that. That ought to be fun. All right.
Oh, so that's that.
That's that situation. I got boogers up the wazoo today. All right. So we're getting ready to open up the window and pour some fiberglass out. I go through everything. 4 questions. Weather sucks. Hurricane Deli. Hurricane Deli, the deli of choice nowadays. I still have half of my breakfast special bath saved. I wanted to share it with you guys and show you what it looked like so that you guys can see the whole thing. It is ham, sausage, eggs, and bacon on a roll with butter. Doesn't that look good?
Freaking heart attack.
Heart attack on a roll. If you work hard, you can eat hard. So that's the way I look at it. I've been losing weight. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I've been I'm in the best shape of my life for a long time. I'll be honest with you. All right, it's all about working out, son.
That's right. Exactly.
It does keep you young. It keeps you agile, keeps you active, and all of that good stuff. All right, how much battery? I got plenty of battery. We can go over here for a minute. Come over to here. I'll give you guys a little demo on what's going on here. We'll go to the other side.
Fiberglass.
Oh, I found my little heater fan.
No, that's nice.
We'll open up the doors in a minute. Get this over here. Bring it on home. All right, Jimmy Payton. Yeah, the Bart game. All right. So anyway, you got a whole bunch of these mixing bins all over because we've been fiberglassing, and more fiberglassing for a lot.
How much did we go through already? 15 gallons.
This is the third one. This is the third one that we went through, and it's probably got, I don't know, maybe half. So what's that? 12? About 12 gallons so far of resin
On the boat.
It's on the boat, and then we got some others, and then you get fiberglass. This happens to be matte. I'll give everybody a little lesson so everybody understands what's going on. This is fiberglass matte. It's something kind of per ounce, per whatever, matte. Then you have fiberglass cloth. This is cheapy stuff this works a little bit better on the, it's like,
it conforms better to an edge.
It's easier to work with.
It's actually stronger than this. It's not stronger than this for impact, but it is stronger for impact, but not stronger. This is pretty strong on. That's stronger no matter what.
You would think it would be the other way around, but it's not.
It's not though.
But this is what we used on the deck. This is what we used on all of the tables. It's not a strength thing. It's a fiber. It's a
keep the water out.
Keep the water and keep it.
It does increase. It does increase strength though.
Oh,
majorly.
Yeah.
And if you put a layer of this down and then put a layer of that on top of it, it's like super strong, like steel.
In the surf, I made a surfboard many moons ago. It really didn't turn out that great, but that was one of my first ever fiberglass experiences, and I was probably a teenager. And we would put deck patches, so you put another patch of that crap on where your feet went, so that way it wouldn't push down as much.
Compression test.
Yeah. So that was, again, the more layers you put on, the heavier it gets, the stronger it gets. Fiberglass. Right. Works pretty good.
Good stuff.
Stinky stuff.
Yeah.
Itchy stuff, and you just gotta know what just be prepared.
You got a good education.
Freddie, help me out. This is the stuff. It comes in a roll. This is a whole big roll of it. I gotta get this out of the way. Here's my box. I'm working on cages too. Cages, I got a whole bunch of cages ready to rock and roll over here. I got a row of over 15 cages. I've done an inventory around. We're doing good. Never place your catalyst towards your resin. Here's our catalyst. Now, because we buy it by the 5-gallon jug, they keep sending you 18 million catalyst things, and these are little tubes of catalyst, and I got way too much catalyst.
That's a good thing.
Than I will ever use in the rest of my life.
The colder it gets, the more you need.
That's true. So during the summertime, we weren't going too bad. I've been pretty much using a brand new catalyst for almost everything nowadays. I should probably start saving it, I guess. Yeah. But I got a lot.
Start saving it.
I got a lot. Yeah, we're going to need another 5-gallon. Well, we're never going to be able to, in another 5-gallon, get you another 10 tubes.
I'm going to need patch some on the boat too next week.
You got some stuff to patch?
Yeah. On the other boat.
All right.
We have multiples of boats.
Multiple boats, baby. So you got various different ones of these things, and I haven't been too particular lately. This one will work, I guess. All right, so we can get rid of this. Let me take this over here. Let me put this up on here, so that way that's going to help things out a little bit. That's a little better. Okay, so we got one of those. We got this. We got that. Blah, blah, blah. I am going to pour a quart. Is going to be a lot on this. I'm going to go a little less, I think.
Yeah, it ain't going to take a quart.
It ain't going to take a quart on this thing at all. A half a quart is 1 pint. 1 pint. I'm just going to do the top of this, and if it kind of smears over the edges, that's good. I'll do the edges at a separate time. That way I can put it down and get the edges right. You know, you can do 2 different levels. So I'm just going to worry about the top of this bad boy to start with. And I'm going to say a pint should do it, maybe a little bit more. So we're going to pour out.
What you do is you put this on here like this, and wherever it smooches over the edge, then you take that grinder and you run the grinder around the edge and cut it off. Then run the seam around the edge. It'll be nice.
Yeah. You're going to spooge it on there.
Do it.
Baby, spooge it. You know.
I know. Do it.
You know how to do it. Let's make sure everybody can see what the heck's going on. We don't have a cameraman. We're all by ourselves. So go for a pint. Here we go. Let's stink up the joint. What the hell? Love bug.
No problem. Big close out. That'll definitely do it.
That's a pint. All right. Graduated cylinders from the hardware store. They work great. Okay, this is done. We can put this away now.
Tony Joe be running out there.
Tony Joe's not out here. One of the reasons we're doing it is because Tony Joe ain't here. Tony Joe went in. Let's see.
What's that smell? What's that smell?
Tony Joe went. Well, what we're going to do when we get ready to really let it rip is then we're going to open up the doors. We got the fans going. We'll be all right. Whew. You want this?
No, I love it.
All right. So I got some other mat over here that we don't have to necessarily. This might be it's a little, you know, it doesn't. Some people get all anal about this stuff, and it's like, you know what?
Doesn't matter.
Just slop it on, boys and girls. All right, we need a little pair of scissors. I happen to have a pair kicking around here somewhere. Let me clean up some of this junk too out of the way that we're not going to need. We're going to have to put gloves on. That makes things easier, too, because this shit is sticky. 10 times sticky, man. You need a stirrer.
Where's
the what?
Leave me alone and I'll cut it.
Well, I wouldn't go right out to the edge. I would come in a little bit because what happens is the spooges, you can spooge it over the edge. So
right,
a little bit on there.
So right there?
Yeah. That's it, right? Oh, there they are.
You got them?
Yeah.
Because this knife will cut it.
Yeah, let's make it nice so it'll be easy. A lot of boom.
They're all covered with fiberglass gush.
No, they're my fiberglass scissors. What do you want? You know, we've been doing a lot of fiberglass.
Look at that. Crooked.
Damn good coffee. I know, this box is not square at all. All right, bada boom. There we go.
Maybe a little off of that end too, like an inch.
What, off of here?
Good idea. Yeah, but that's where it's out of square.
Yeah, it's 21 on 1 inches and 19 on the other side.
It don't make no difference.
Well, hey, it fits on the top of the bin.
That's all it needs to be.
All right. This is going to have, you know what's going to be underneath here is going to be the computer. The computer for the live stream is going to be, so this thing's got to be waterproof and wet. Let's get rid of these little pieces, parts. I save all this crap.
Yeah, it's all good because I'm going to probably use that on the boat.
Now, another trick I learned from a friend of mine with fiberglass is that you can work with it. They say that it goes off. You have a pot life, meaning when we mix the crap into here and we mix it all together, you have a pot life. But if you spread it out over a large area, it doesn't dry as fast.
It increases the pot life.
Major league. So putting it into like a paint tray or a paint stir, if you're going to be using it for longer periods of time. In this situation, we're going to mix it and just pour it on there. It's going to be a 1, 2, 3 operation. This is not going to take long at all. But you want to be ready.
If you brush it on the wood first, too, it wets out better.
Yeah, I've been doing it lately. It does help, which we'll get to that in a second. Cheapy-ass brushes, again, throwaway, maybe a little spatula to smooth it out if you have to. That works. Sponge is an American word. Sponge is what you, I don't know.
I don't know either.
There's no sponging in this. I like to keep a little load of acetone. I like to keep my acetone close by in case I have a little spillage or I need to clean up something. So I got my rag and my acetone. Let me put that over here. I don't usually necessarily need that.
If you're doing multiple, if you want to keep using, it's like if you're doing 3 of these covers, and you put that brush in a little cup of acetone
in between,
it'll kill it long enough so that you can use it for all 3 before it won't cure in the acetone.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
But you can't never clean it out of a brush because whatever the next day it'll be hard as a rock.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I use the cheapy throw.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm ready now. Okay, we got that going. Now, for a pint, you need roughly 5 cc's, I think. I never remember it.
I just push it in there.
1 pint takes 4 cc's. 1 pint takes 4 cc's. This is graduated here, 22 cc's to 16 cc's. I think that says.
How many's in there?
22 to 16. So we're not going to go one whole spot. We're going to go a little bit under that. Each thing is like 5 cc's. That'll go off pretty damn quick. Maybe we'll go that way. This is going to be a 1, 2, 3 operation here.
It's warm. It's only going to take freaking 2 minutes to do it anyway.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So we'll go a little harder on the hardener, and she should come out pretty good.
If you were doing the whole top of this table, then you cut back on the hardener.
So we're going to increase our hardener just a little bit. Just snip the top of that off there. I got to open up the doors. It's raining out there, boys and girls.
Wind. It's going to come out like a bitch too, because I took it all off.
Yeah, all right. Here we go. Here, hold up. That's a good shot. It's going to come out like a bitch.
I got to go to Southampton.
Lucky you. It's supposed to get worse. It's going to turn a little bit of a different color. That way you know you got enough. The darker it is, the more hardener. I can tell we definitely got plenty of hardener going on in here. We're going to take this and push this to the side. We're mixing. Mix, mix, mix. Mix. Chevy looks good. Yeah, no, we didn't clear coat it. We actually washed it. Isn't that a novel idea, huh? So we give that a little shot there. We give this a little smear. This is not a very technical thing, boys and girls.
Yeah, but you get into big trouble if you have no clue.
Yeah, you do not, it's
Yeah.
you got to have everything set up. All right, we got everything, but when you mix and you're ready, you got to be ready to work.
Right.
It is not.
Yeah, and if you just if you go into this with no knowledge, you're gonna get educated quick.
Yeah, school of hard knocks, nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
We all learn that way, but maybe we can help you out a little bit. So now we're gonna put that bad boy right on there. Nice. Give it a little press down. You can see it starting to bleed through a little bit. And now we'll go some more all over.
You're gonna need more resin.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I do. It's not gonna wet out enough.
You might be surprised. Whoop.
No, you need more. All right, I'm out of here. Yeah, it's been real, everybody. I have to go work on the guy's car.
All right. Hey, Fred, nice to see you.
Have fun.
I might need more resin. I told you so. He leaves right when the going gets good. Now, again, we smeared it all out, so we're doing a little goodness there. We're going to need more resin. Never fear. All right. We're ready. I'm going to go for another pint. I'm going right in the same bin. What the hell? Ta-da! More resin. Now, luckily, we're inside and we're doing this, so it really, but I've been mixing 2 quarts at a pop. So I'm really, oh, yeah, baby. Now we're cooking. So you want to saturate everything all nice and down and gooky and whatnot. So smear it all out. Get all the air bubbles out. You got anything? This is what we were talking about, the edge, getting it smeared over the edge. We'll probably do one whole thing on the edge, all the way around. But for now, just get that mat down as best you can, all the way around. We use so much hardener, it's actually, I can feel it. It's starting to go off, which is a good thing. Won't stink too long. We might even be able to get another coat on it, meaning the edges later on today, maybe. So that way this is done. It's getting exciting, guys. I'm really getting excited about the whole oyster thing. We're right around the corner. With today's email or yesterday's email from Army Corps, you could tell, they're ready to process my application. I'm really excited. Going to be fun. It's going to be a fun time. I'm having a great time. Just kind of work some of them fibers around the edge, kind of keep it down. Whatever, if it sticks up after a while, it's not a big deal. You can sand it down. But there you have it. Let it sit. That's pretty good. Anything left here? A little bit of smears off left. I'm going to go right around the edges, just give it another little shot. Why not? I got enough here. Sometimes with the mat, it wants to like pop up a little bit. So you got to keep on working it down a little bit. Like this little edge right here, it's kind of popping up. So you kind of work it down again a little bit. Of course, you'll never be able to work everything down. There you have it, fiberglass. Pretty much, that's it. I'm just basically putting the, if it doesn't have any resin around the edge, I'm just doing it around the edge to make sure. That makes things even. Again, another little layer, you know. Give it a little quick sandaroo. The next layer, I'm probably going to use that cloth, not the mat, but the cloth, the stuff that's woven in the checkerboard around the edge, and have it wrap up. Kind of like you're wrapping a Christmas present. I think it'll work great. Sometimes you get a little intimidated with the bigger project, but if you keep your head on, it took a court to do that. I can't believe it. All right. That's that. That's that. All right. Let's leave that fan on there. Let me move this over here for a minute. Turn this around this way. Bada boom. How's that? What? Bye, all. Have the day you've worked so hard to receive. You leaving already, Reverend? I just got on. Yiddish. What about Yiddish? Get that. Get that. All right. 38 minutes. Yeah, good. Time goes by fast. Schmear. Oh. A schmear? Smear it on there. Hey. That's what you get. Oh, it's raining like a. What are we going to do? I guess I'm going to work on cages all the rest of the day. Kevin Frey, what's up? What's happening, brother? It's all good. All good in the fast lane. Having fun. Can't complain at all. You know, I must have touched my cheek a little bit. Feel a little of that resin burn. Sometimes when it gets on your skin, especially sensitive skin, it like stings. Like when you get it on the underneath part of your wrist over here. It does. Bagel with a smear, you got it. That's it. Maybe a little lox to go on there. I don't like lox. All right. I got nothing else really to tell you. I gave you the story on the dot my I's, cross my T's, Army Corps of Engineers. They will be getting an email. Their questions will be answered. They had total of four questions. I just gave you the one question that they had a problem with, meaning the anchoring system. And that's all good. And then they had some boundary stuff too that they were worried about. We all got to work together, and we all got to get along together, and that's important. And one of the big bitches around about oyster farming is the fact that they're putting out all these buoys. And one of my gigs is that I want to try to run as minimal buoys as possible. But on the other side of the coin, I can see where the Army Corps of Engineers comes into play. They're looking at a safety aspect. Granted, our stuff is 6 feet below the surface, but again, you know, you got to dot your I's and cross your T's, like we talked about. So again, make sure you play by the rules and win. It's no need to get mad. Do not get mad. If you get mad, it's going to do nothing except piss off the other guy. So keep a cool hand always, okay? No matter how frustrating, no matter how just do it, okay? No sense bitching, just do. And we're doing it, and it's getting fun, and I'm excited, man. We're right around the corner. We will definitely be in the water this spring. I'm psyched. I shouldn't say that. Knock on wood. All kidding, all things aside, we should be in the water. We got, like I said, I took an inventory of 14. We have 14 levels right now. That's a total of 5 complete traps, 3 tiers per thing. 15 will be complete. Oh, I got to click on my broadcast. I got to take this sweatshirt off. Yeah, click on here. I got it on my hand. This is where the acetone comes into play. 15 tiers, 5, excuse me. We have 15 tiers. That would be 5 total setups, so 3 each. 5 times 3 is 15. Good. It's roughly 15, and you got 3,000 per gig. So it's almost 50,000. We can handle 50,000 oysters right now in our cages that we have built so far. All right, 3,000 per 3 tiers, 1,000 per tier. That's what our density. That's what we're going to try our densities at, and we'll see what happens with that. I think it'll work. I think nothing else really to talk about. I'm going to build cages the rest of the day. That's what I'm going to do. I got 2 rolls of wire. I'm going to start cutting them out. Let it rip. We should be able to handle. I got the big wire, the big stuff, the big square stuff, not the little square. I'm at a little square, which is what we would use in the beginning. This is the little square. This is an L bracket, a C bracket that we made structural. That's 1/2 inch, and this is inch. I got 2 rolls of inch. Then I'm going to roll out. I'm going to start making inch cages for when they get big, which, you know, it happens pretty quick. But that's all I got right now. I don't have the other stuff. I'm going to make a run up to Massachusetts and go buy 10 rolls of the 1/2 inch stuff. That's going to be a couple of bucks. Let's hope the stock market does better this week. I got nothing else. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. Please come over to our Instagram, our Twitter, and our Facebook. Got a lot of good stuff going on our Instagram, at least. Did you see Shawnee and Leon dove on our cages yesterday? As a matter of fact, I did, Kevin. I did see his Instagram. Hey, I thought you and Dave, you and Dave were going to come over to the show. Maybe next week we can come over. I don't know what's going on next week. This weather's kind of screwed me up. I was supposed to be putting a roof on the house this week, but didn't happen. Today and tomorrow we're going to put a roof on, so we're changing it up to Tuesday and Wednesday. So I don't know where I'm at this week, but hey, you're more than welcome. We got talked about coming by, so come on by. What do you see down there? I'm interested to hear about that. Give me a shout. Call me up. Give me a 631-902-0836 is my phone number. I don't mind. I broadcasted on my last channel. Nobody called me on this channel. I'll broadcast it again. We are going to be working on building out our whole channel and everything else that goes along with it. So we're kind of excited about that as well. I do have my marketing girls waiting in the wings, I'm sure. I haven't talked to her in a long time. I got to give her a shout. Pamela, if you're watching, love you. You'll be hearing from me real soon. All right, I got nothing else. Come over, tell your friends, have fun. Yeah, hit that thumbs up. Thanks, man. Thumbs up, and thumbs up. So bring it on home. All right, guys. Enjoy. Have fun. Have a marvelous afternoon. Stay safe out there in Northeasterville. Looks like it might be lightening up out there. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's just going to blow over. I hope. All right. I'll see you next week, guys. Enjoy. And are you sure? Yeah.